forgotten genius, the American chemist who cured leprosy, Alice Ball's untold story. Welcome to FactSpark, where we uncover the incredible stories that history often overlooks. What if I told you the cure for a devastating disease, one that isolated thousands, was discovered by a brilliant young American scientist, only for her work to be stolen and her name erased from history? Get ready to meet Alice Ball, because her story is about to change how you see science and history forever. In a world that often forgets its true heroes, Alice Augusta Ball stands as a beacon of brilliance, a trailblazer whose light was dimmed too soon but never extinguished. Today we're diving deep into an American story of genius, betrayal, and ultimate triumph. You might not know her name, but you'll never forget her impact. Our story begins in Seattle, Washington, in 1892. Alice Augusta Ball was born into a supportive, well-off family. Her father, a newspaper editor and lawyer, her mother, a photographer. This nurturing environment clearly spoke her incredible intellect. From a young age, Alice was a force of nature in academics. She earned not one, but 2 bachelor's degrees from the University of Washington in pharmaceutical chemistry and pharmacy. Imagine this. In 1914, as a young Black woman, she co-published a 10-page article in the prestigious Journal of the American Chemical Society, an absolutely unheard-of accomplishment for her time. But Alice was just getting started. In 1915, she shattered barriers, becoming the first woman and the first African-American to earn a master's degree from the University of Hawaiʻi. And if that wasn't enough, she then became the university's first female and first African-American chemistry instructor and research chemist. Alice Ball wasn't just breaking glass ceilings. She was building entirely new scientific foundations. Now let's talk about the challenge she took on: leprosy, or Hansen's disease. In the early 20th century, this was a truly terrifying diagnosis. Patients faced severe disfigurement, immense suffering, and heartbreakingly, forced isolation in colonies like Kalaupapa on Molokai, Hawaii. For centuries, the only known treatment was chaulmoogra oil, derived from a special tree. But it was a nightmare to use. Taken orally, it caused terrible stomach distress. Injected raw, it was agonizingly painful and could even worsen skin damage. The medical community was desperate for a solution. Enter Alice Ball. At just 23 years old, she accepted the seemingly impossible task. Her genius? She didn't just use the oil, she transformed it. Alice developed a revolutionary technique, now known as the Ball method, to chemically modify the oil. She extracted the active components, the ethyl esters, making it water-soluble and safely injectable. This wasn't just an improvement, it was a game changer. For the first time, patients could receive effective treatment without the agonizing side effects, offering them genuine hope and a chance at freedom from isolation. But then tragedy struck. On December 31st, 1916, Alice Ball's brilliant life was cut short at the incredibly young age of 24. The exact cause is still debated, but it's believed to be complications from a laboratory accident involving chlorine gas. She died before she could publish her groundbreaking findings. And here's where the story takes a painful turn. After Alice's death, her graduate advisor, Arthur L. Dean, continued her research. Shockingly, he then published her findings under his own name, rebranding it the Dean Method, completely omitting any credit to Alice. It was a blatant act of scientific injustice. For years, her name was lost to history. But the truth has a way of finding its light. In 1922, Dr. Harry Hollmann, a U.S. public health officer who had originally approached Alice for her expertise, published an article. In it, he bravely refuted Dean's claims and explicitly named the process the Ball method, giving Alice the credit she so rightfully deserved. He literally rescued Alice Augusta Ball from the charnel houses of history. The Ball method went on to free thousands of patients from isolation, remaining the most effective leprosy treatment until the 1940s. Yet for decades, her name remained largely forgotten in the broader scientific record. It wasn't until the 1970s that two dedicated professors from the University of Hawaiʻi, Catherine Takara and Stanley Ali, dug through archives and finally brought Alice's story back into the light. Since then, Alice Ball has received the recognition she always deserved. The University of Hawaiʻi dedicated a plaque and named a chaulmoogra tree in her memory in 2000. Lieutenant Governor Mazie Hirono declared February 29th Alice Ball Day. In 2007, she was posthumously awarded the University of Hawaii's highest honor, a Medal of Distinction. And in 2019, her name was proudly added to the frieze of the London School of Hygiene and Tropical Medicine, placing her alongside scientific giants like Florence Nightingale and Marie Curie. Alice Ball's story is a powerful testament to resilience, ingenuity, and an unwavering commitment to improving lives through science, even in the face of immense challenges. Her pioneering work not only revolutionized leprosy treatment, but also paved the way for women and minorities in STEM fields, making her an enduring inspiration for future generations of scientists. Her journey reminds us to look beyond the well-known names and celebrate all who contribute to human progress. Alice Ball's story is a powerful reminder that history is full of unsung heroes. If you were inspired by her incredible journey, please give this video a like, share it with someone who needs to hear her story, and subscribe to @VuiV for more uplifting tales of discovery and innovation. Let's make sure Alice Ball's name echoes through history just as her work changed the world. Thanks for watching.